Hi everyone, Fennec here. Today we're going to be playing Udyr. He is my main. I play him in the jungle. He's got quick, clear speed, and I'm just going to take you through a few things that happen in this game that you might want to incorporate into your own game. I do believe I go perfect KDA on this game. But yeah, just timing, map awareness. Uh, the start of the game isn't particularly great, but because I wasn't paying attention. But you'll see what happens there. But basically, yeah, we'll just go through and we'll see what happens in the game. Hopefully, I can teach you a few things about pushing waves, taking towers, and at the end of the day, taking the opposition's nexus. So just loading into the game now. Obviously, I'm alt-tabbed, I'm doing something else. So, yeah. I'm playing with the Z here as well, so perhaps we'll see some fancy things from him during the game. So yeah, you can probably see the enemy's faces on the mini-map down there, and I do end up going down. Whoops. Not ideal. I'm not sure what the enemy intended to do here other than getting first blood. They did invade a little bit early, and they didn't end up punishing me. Like, they didn't take any of my camps or anything like that. So I ended up not really being that far behind at the end. Sure, I mean, I think Lee Sin picked up the kill. So, yeah, we'll just go back top just in case, because I know that they did ward up the blue area there. So just get Mundo to help me out with this. Take down the Krugs. Normally, with taking down the camps like this, if you smite the large monster, focus down the large monster first. Especially with the Krugs. The small Krug does do a lot of damage. And then with the buffs here, it's best to focus on the red buff itself as you take it down. Particularly on champions that have AoE damage, like Udyr with the Phoenix stance. You can see that the back minion there taking a lot of damage, and I do kill it just with the AoE. So with the chickens or with the razor beaks, just take down the small ones first. Together they do a lot of damage, and yeah, you just want to take them down so you can continue farming, so you don't have to back. Because on Udyr, I try to do a full clear on him before I even go back to get my other jungle item. So I want to get my jungle item, and I'll probably a pink ward or something like that, just to help one of my lanes out, depending on what's happening in the game. So with the wolves, it's a little more efficient to kill the big one first. You can see here that Lee, he's only got his red buff, and he's ganking mid. Zed gets out of that quite easily. Zed's hard to gank if he has his W up, so he can dash to his other shadow. And I can see, looking at my mini map in the bottom here, Lee did actually queue and go over to his raptors, so I'm just letting my team know where he is. Because if he went top side, Mundo, he's already pushed a little bit under his tower, but you know, it's just letting the lanes know what they can get away with. So with Lee being bot side here, Mundo's opened up to be able to do something on the top side if he can. On the bottom side, you can see they're pushed up. If Lee's on the bottom side, they really do need to ward the river there. You can see here that Lux has actually moved up to mid for a gank. And just looking here, I'm in base. I've just base. I'm on my way back out. There's nothing I can do here other than watch him die. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but that's a pretty good roam from Lux. If your ADC is like that under the tower, and he's farming safely under the tower, sometimes on support there's not much there you can do anyway. So if you can roam, you can do that. You have the option to do that. It's just about knowing what's going on the map in the game, having some game presence, some game knowledge. So here Zed was back as he was killed. So I'm just going to pick up some of these minions under his tower. Don't waste these. Like if your mid lane is backed and you have the opportunity, to pick up some minions, do so. It's really valuable gold. It's really valuable experience. You can see I'm level 5 at 5 minutes. On an Udyr jungler, when you're hard farming like this, you really should be hitting level 6 around just after 6 minutes. So we'll head down here. We'll pick up the Rift Scuttler. Just helps protect the bottom lane because I know that they're pushed up quite far. Lee's down there now, so I've picked that up. A little bit of movement speed it gives through the river. That's really good. No one's died bot somehow. So I'm just going to wait here because I know that Vayne's low. I'll put a pink in the river there just to see if there's any wards. There's not, so they don't see me coming. I get onto Lee. I know he's a threat to the Vayne, so I know that I could probably have picked up the kill on the Lux there, but that's okay. It's more about ensuring that my team stays alive. We can see that the Cogmore wasn't really moving anywhere, and he was out of mana, so really easy kill there. And Vayne did the right thing of tracking back so she didn't get killed by his passive. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to tax the lane, we're going to push it out, we're going to push it into the tower, and what that'll do is it will bounce the wave back to bot lane. So when bot lane comes back to the wave, it will be past the river, or pushing past the river, so they can pick up some easy farm. And it also means that the other team miss out on gold and experience from those minions because the tower kills them. So that's really good. That's what you want to look at doing. If you know that no one else has left their bot, push it out. There's no reason for you not to. Particularly with Vayne low there was no threat to her dying really, especially with me there. So just push it out. Ensure that the other laners get behind. It means that there's an advantage then for your bot lane there as well. So something else has happened there, bot lane. Just going in for a gank here. Zed looks like he's having a little bit of trouble here against Gragas, so it's not really all about getting kills. It's just about relieving some pressure and making sure that Zed is safe enough to farm. So we're just picking up these buffs again. Make sure that if you're not doing anything, just make sure you're farming. Don't be going around river and wondering what you should be doing. Just make sure you farm. Because if you're not farming, then you're not getting any gold or experience or anything. You're really just putting yourself behind. I can see here that Mundo has been pushed into his tower a lot. And he gives up a few kills to the gangplank. I don't really want to be ganking a fed gangplank. And it's important for me when I jungle is I'm not trying to make up for losing lanes. I'm actually trying to get winning lanes ahead. I'm just going down to here to protect my pink ward. We'll kill this other ward, get some gold, makes it efficient. It's already been there for a few minutes, so it's quite an efficient pink ward. Pick up this Scuttler again. His bot is pushed a lot. Go back into the jungle, get blue. Because Zed's not a mana-based champion, he's energy-based. Blue's not that important to him. I can get more out of it, so I don't even really bother letting him know that I'm going to take it. So we'll go back here. We've got 2k in the bank. Should pick up Runic Echoes. Now, the recommended items for Udyr here is Devourer. You can go Devourer if you want, but I like to have a little more early game presence. Runic Echoes does give me a big power spike. There is a lot of burst damage there. And you also get movement speed and some more ability power there. Your Phoenix stance and your Turtle stance come off are based off ability power. So we're just going to see what we can do top lane here. Mundo's just gone down. See what we can do here. Now, I don't know why Gangplank went back into that bush there. He should just really be looking at getting out of dodge. So that ends up being a really easy kill. He basically gifted that to us. And again, we're pushing the wave out. Just because you're a jungler doesn't mean you shouldn't be like pushing waves. So we push this into the tower. Tell him how good I am. And go down here. Now I know Lee is top lane. He's wanting to pick up that farm, but what he doesn't realise is that I know that his blue buff is up. So I'm going to go into here. I know he's top. I've got smite up. I will probably smite this. And then I'm going to back out. So really easy clear, especially with the Runic Echoes now. Yeah, really easy clear. Able to finish it off quickly. Able to get out before he even notices that I'm there. So we come back in here. Alleviate some pressure off Zed. And on Udyr, I know that I'm going to be able to carry pretty hard. So just through the lane there, I just, Phoenix danced a couple of minions just to tax a little bit. I mean, if I know I'm not going to be able to get a kill or an assist, I want to be able to make sure that my time is at least giving me a little bit of something. So just walk through the lane there and get some minions. Now I'm in the jungle here. I know that I can probably take Lee Sin one-on-one. Lux is in that bush there. I'm just going to finish off this. Taking your enemy jungle camps when they're not in your jungle means that you're putting yourself ahead of them. They're getting gold. You're taking gold away from them that they probably could have had before. So I know Lee Sin is up there. He just died. Gangplank's just died. Zed's doing really well. They're on the top side. My bot lane is pushed. Perfect time to do the dragon. And you can really solo dragon on Udyr at level 4. I probably wouldn't recommend it, but you can do it. It is possible to do it. You just need to make sure that you know where the other people on the map are. So that turns out to be a free dragon for us. Couple of kills on the Zed, even though he went down. And yeah, Vayne's going back. So there's not really anything I can do, bot. What do? Go back into the jungle. Can rotate around there. If Zed's not back mid by the time I get around to mid lane, then I might push that out a little bit and see how we go. But really, as you jungle, it's really important to think about what you're going to do next. What lane needs ganking? What objective can I take? Can I take dragon? That's a really good roam from Blitz. Again, there's nothing there. I mean, there's nothing for him to do, because Vayne had backed. So what do? You don't want to back as a support. Maybe you just died or you'd backed before. There's nothing for you to do. Go help another lane. It takes, a minute out of your time to do that. This Vayne is a monster. So I'm thinking, what can I do here? What can I get next? Is there something I can do top now? I'm on the top side of the map. What can I do here? I know this is probably warded. He's backing off. So you can generally tell sometimes by the behaviour of the champion on whether it's warded. We found Lee Sin in his jungle here. I just smite that away from him. We get his flash. And then Gangplank comes down. He doesn't know what to do. Mundo's up there still pushing the wave. I'm just going to proxy this wave. Make sure that the next wave coming down the the lane there will hit the tower. Now, Gragas thinks that he can solo me here. I'm not really sure what he's thinking. He's not doing a whole lot. He thinks too late to go back into his tower, and that turns out to be a really easy kill, even though I blow flash. Now, Mundo's there as well. I'm thinking, oh, there's a couple of minions there. I can probably go in for a tower dive. Gangplank uses heal. Turns out to be another easy kill. Take another couple of minions. And then back out. Go back down here, pick up Rift Scuttler. Vayne is actually quite far ahead. Looks like they've got that bot tower there, which is really good. So I'm going back through the jungle here. I really should back. I've got 3,200 gold in the bank, and it's not really recommended that you sit on a lot of gold, because when you go to fight, you're putting yourself at almost a disadvantage, because you've got that gold in the bank. It's not doing anything for you. It's not giving you any stats. So it's really important that you go back and buy. I obviously didn't take my own advice this game. Lee's found a pink ward there, so it keeps him occupied. I know that I can probably get this scuttler safely. Now, there are a lot of people mid here. I can see on my minimap, Cogmore's there, Gragas is there. What can I do? What can I do to deny them? I come down here, I just push out this wave, make sure it goes under the tower, or waves as it were. There's another one coming in here. You know, and I'm just looking at my minimap as well. Lux has shown up here, Cogmore is now here. It's time for me to dipset, time for me to leave. Easily done on Udyr. You just want to make sure that on Udyr you're going through your stances. So bear for movement speed, you can stun them if you want and then run away. Turtle for the shield. They're really the most important when you're running away. And we're not putting anything into Tiger early. We really don't need anything in Tiger. Just leveling up your Phoenix stance is enough for damage. So you really want to make sure that you have vision on where you're going there. I wasn't really going to want to go past much there because I didn't know who else could have been there. Like, I didn't know Lux was there and she still managed to get the snare on me. So you just want to make sure that you're not extending past your line of vision. And usually I pick up Iceborne, but I know I'm quite ahead this game, so I'm going to pick up a Trinity Force. It's just a little bit of extra damage, a little bit extra movement speed, and then go into ZZ Rot. So I'm picking up armor. I know they've got a Cogmore. He's got a couple of kills. Gangplank's got a couple of kills. His AD damage. Lee Sin's AD damage. So yeah, going to the armor portion of ZZ Rot first. This game is the much better choice. So I just blocked that spell there. Probably wasn't going to hit Mundo anyway, but it looks like they chased a little bit too far down the lane. So easy kill there onto Cogmore. He was out of mana again. He wasn't very high on health. Just go back in here and get the blue again. Denying Gragas of blue is actually quite important. It just means that he goes through his mana a lot quickly. He doesn't regen it. He can't hold waves as often. So if we choose to siege a wave, I've just smited the wolf there. Wolf spirit follows people that go into the jungle around. So you can see there it's just following around Lee Sin. It's giving him vision of him. So I know he's on the top side. Freed red buff. Thank you very much. I can see that they're going to do dragon. Lee Sin's top side. So I'm not terribly worried about anyone stealing it. So I'm just going to keep farming this jungle out here. So now I'm at the point of the game where my goal is just to be annoying. Like, draw people down to the lane that I'm in, push it out, keep pushing it out, keep stealing the buffs, the camps, and just keep doing it. Udyr's, he's a very mobile champion. He can be easily kited, but we're not really worried about that this game. Just kill the ward there. So, I've just gone through from bottom to top lane. Top lane, there's another minion wave here. I'm just going to push that out again. Make sure it goes down to the tower. Because this game is really, it's not about kills. Even though I'm 5-1, it's not really about kills. It's A, about taking towers, and B, not dying. You don't want to be able to give your other... your opponents a lead or a reason to get back into the game. So Gangplank's just altered this minion wave, and it's got the tower down quite low. I'm just going to try to body block here for Lee Sin to protect the Zed. So he gets killed there anyway by the Greg Assault, and it looks like I'm going to go down here as well. So there is 5 top here. So I know there's 5 top. Hey, Blitz, I know you're a support buddy, but just push out that bot wave. Make sure that you can get something out of us dying. And that actually turns out to be Baron for the opposition, because we died at a bad time in the wrong spot, and really we can't contest it. So what are we going to do? I tell these guys just to push the waves out a little bit, because the Baron buffs the minions of the team that has Baron. It makes them much harder to kill. It makes it easier for them to siege. They've only taken one of our towers, the bot tower. I don't want them taking more towers to get more gold, because that's global gold for them. So push out the waves. If you can't contest Baron, and you know that all 5 people are there, which is what they were doing in this game, then push the waves out as far as you can. Make it so it takes longer for them to push those waves back with the Baron. Mundo getting caught there. He should be able to make it out. His ultimate makes him quite tanky with some regeneration there. So now I've taken Tiger stance. I'm at that point of the game. I want to be able to push these waves really quickly. So I go Tiger into Phoenix to push the waves really quickly. This tower should be free. It's pretty low already. I've got Trinity Force. Does a lot of damage to towers. It's a great item. Any Sheen item is great on Udyr, because whenever you use an ability, the next auto attack does extra damage, and that works on towers as well. So I'm just gonna push this out. Just be annoying. Make it my purpose to be annoying. I know they've got Baron, so it's really hard for me to sort of push back, but if I can just do some damage to the minions here, it'll just make pushing later on a little bit easier. And I know that I can get out. So even though Lee Sin's landed a Q there, what's he going to do? I've got Swifty Boots. Slows are less effective on me. I'm able to get out really, really easily. You can see that my movement speed with Bear is about, pretty high. It's high 500, so I know that there's more people here now. Cogmore's here, Lee Sin's there. Just want to make sure I can play it safe. As you can see, I'm not really going past my vision. I don't have a whole lot of wards in there. So, and I know that Vayne shouldn't really be doing that, because, Cogmore was just there. So you don't really want a 2v1 like that. She is ahead, but why risk a lead? Why let, the other team get back into the game? So bot's doing really well here. They're just sort of pushing against it. And you see, pushing out those waves, yeah, the other team now, they've had Baron for a couple of minutes now, and they haven't been able to do anything with it. They've had to actually defend their turrets against us, and we've actually been able to. Well, we got top tower off it. See, Vayne's pushing down mid again now. So when the other team is behind and they get Baron like that, you just want to make sure that if you weren't aced, that you have whoever was left just go push the other wave on the other side of the map. It's probably not ideal to push top lane because Baron's right there and they can just come up and kill you. But if you're bot lane and they get Baron, just push the wave out. If there's 5 people there, just push the wave out. Now I've got Zizzy Portal here. It does a lot of damage to towers. I'm just gonna sit there and defend it for a little bit. Just harass Lee Sin a little bit. Gragas shows up. Time to get out of there. And yeah, time just to waste their time. Like there's 2 people here. There's only one of me. So I just want to... They try to kill the Zerot portal there. You just want to waste their time a little bit. Stun, damage. I'm running out of mana. So portal goes down. That inhibitor turret is down. So that's really good. That's an open inhib that I can come back and get later. So again, I'm done top lane. Nothing I can do top lane. Go mid, push some minions out. Make sure the waves are pushing. Always want to make sure the waves are pushing. And then, yeah, push this wave out again. Inhibitor's open, so I'm just going to throw down a few hits. I'm still running low on mana. And I've run out of charges on my Hunter's Potion as well. So I'm actually going to go away here. And, hey, look, blue is up. I'm going to grab that. It's going to be very helpful. No, it's gone. Alright, so we're back. Got 1700 gold there. What do I need? This game, I think, well, they're not really doing terribly much to me. I might just invest a little bit more in damage, so I'm going to go with the Abyssal and just pick up the Negatron Cloak. If you're going to do that, I always invest in the resistance first, because it's better for you to be tanky than to do a whole lot of damage. You're not there to do a whole lot of damage. You're there just to be annoying and not die. Dragon's open. We're going to grab that. They're busy down there at the base. Team's probably being a little bit silly. I mean, there's only 3 down there. Vayne is in our top side jungle, so we'll pick up this dragon. Lee's having a bit of a cry. Free dragon, easy. 3rd dragon gives you movement speed, makes you even more annoying on Udyr. Taking the jungle camps away again, making sure I'm pushing out these waves. Really, really easy. You know, I have some people say, how do you get so much CS on Udyr jungle? You know, aren't junglers supposed to have less CS? No, I mean, I'm taxing waves, I'm pushing out waves all the time. You know, 3 of my teammates might be sitting mid. There's nothing for me to do mid, you know, unless they're engaged on. But it's really about knowing how to play the team comp. And if you've got an Udyr sitting bot, then there's no real reason, unless you're really far ahead, to engage your fight. So it's just about making sure that Mundo goes in here. I'm not sure why. He gets exhausted. I've just put my rot down. Probably not ideal. And I know that I can't really die very quickly to these guys, so I'm just going to stay here and protect the rot. And just be a little bit annoying. Cogmore's just used his W before, so I know that's not up. I'll go down, I'll get a little more damage on him. And yeah, super easy kill onto him here because he's very immobile. And he sits there and just kills my rot minions. That's fine. So coming in here, getting an inhib. Vayne's already broken open the middle of the base, the mid lane of the base there. Really easy inhibitor. Rot portal. The rot portal is throwing in some more minions, so it's just going to keep pushing the wave into the tower. So we'll go over here and we'll grab the other one. 3 inhibitors down. It's really hard to defend against, particularly if Baron's up now. If we weren't so far ahead and we don't enter the game here, then it's really easy just to back out and do Baron because every lane will push towards the enemy base. So they have to defend that. And we're just going to end the game here. So yeah, I hope you've learned something, and I hope that you can apply it to your own games. Thanks for watching.